And ladies and gentlemen, if you did not know, Mr. Cyrus Freeze, who is or Cyrus Fees rather, will be going to Abu Dhabi Warriors once again. So we've got a, I guess, worldwide celebrity in the cage tonight announcing.
I've actually seen him all over the place, and I never knew his name until tonight.
It's
not like when I see him on the internet and I see him in all these clips, he's not just like, hey, I'm Cyrus, here's this. No, it's just like, check out this. He's more, I like that. He's more excited about the fights than he is about telling you his name, and that's awesome.
He's also going to be doing the XFC, the new XFC one coming up on in Louisville.
You're going to be announcing that?
Yes, he will.
That's impressive.
From what I hear. So, that's always a positive.
Wonderful stuff.
We got Mr. Patrick Ward, who's a debuter out of Precision Fighting out of Malden, South Carolina. Not quite my neck of the woods, but close.
Obrer.
Well, maybe he'll be put on your map after tonight.
I should hope so.
Guys looking pretty cut over here. That's good to see at middleweight. You know, sometimes you just see soggy guys at 185.
Yeah. Just depends on, I guess, how far you come down from it. Coming out to the reggae. What's up? Don't hear that very often.
I'm sure that if anyone puts enough emphasis on the second syllable of the genre, he will be offended. Oh, and he's coming in here looking ripped. Pedro Obrer, I believe it is. If I'm saying that wrong, I'm butchering it. I am really sorry. But that's I will refer to him now as Pedro.
Vote for Pedro.
As I refuse to mispronounce his last name. That's just impolite.
Yeah, you can't tear the last names apart.
And he's coming out of Highlander MMA. I'm not familiar with either one of these teams, but if they're willing to drive here to Marion from Louisville, Kentucky, that's a major drive. I'm pretty sure they're confident in their guys' abilities here. I think it's remarkable to see these guys. They used to import fighters from Florida, Tennessee, all over the place, and they would come to this quiet little mountain town, Marion, North Carolina, and do battle at the Swamp Fox. Do not underestimate the drawing power of the Swamp Fox. And if you're not here, you're missing a great show. There are beautiful women everywhere, and for the women listening to this, they're shirtless men punch each other in the face. So there's a little bit of everything for everybody. There's beer, there's great burgers here. I'm not going to stop trying to sell the world on the Swamp Fox burger. It is amazing. It is a great, wonderful, beautiful thing.
Yes. And, I mean, Scott Price up here has a nice little establishment up here.
Both of these guys look to be pretty fit. Pedro has some huge legs on him. I wonder if he's going to come out and shoot. Guy looks like Ben Henderson over here. Good Lord.
Wonder if they checked him for a toothpick prior to the fight.
Malden, South Carolina. Making his MMA debut.
Speaking of legs.
And his opponent, standing my left, fighting out of the National Guard rank corner, representing Highlander MMA of Louisville, Kentucky. Making his MMA debut, Pedro Obrer.
All right, so the announcer said it the same way as me. We're going to go with that. Obrer. Obrer and Ward about to do battle here. Both guys making their debut. Both guys look incredibly relaxed to have never been in the cage before. Yeah. I'm assuming they have competed on some other high-level plane, probably wrestling, judging by the way both men are built.
Pedro looks like he's coming out to
a little tense with that chin up. He's gonna have to calm that down. Ward's got a nice jab on him, sticking it straight out there, nice and stiff.
He looks like a little bit more comfortable of a fighter.
Definitely. Pedro's sticking that chin right up. He could get tagged pretty easy. If he has any way to take it to the ground, I would use that right about now. Nice try for the trip there. Attempted trip from Pedro.
He's got to keep them hands up, especially since he's got the chin kind of out there.
Yeah, you know, I'm sure he's gonna look at this. He's gonna be like, I need to work on that, keep that chin tucked.
Get a little bit more relaxed.
That's what all this is for. You know, it's all about, you know, that's what an amateur fight is for. Just see what you're good at, see where you're bad at, fix it, work on it. Not really, the striking does not appear to be Pedro Strong's doing, and he gets caught here. Ward caught him nice coming in.
He looks like he is type of a wrestler because he does have more of a wrestler stance to it.
Yeah, I definitely say so. And if he can get this to the ground, he needs to do that immediately.
Yeah, I'd agree with that 100%.
Yeah, he just looks really tense. The chin's popping up, and Ward is obviously very excellent at striking here. He's keeping him nice and stiff, and he's not overshooting, and he's not giving Obrer anything to work off of. Nice inside kick from Pedro. Oh, he's sticking the chin up, moving out. He's going to have to keep that head ducked.
He's got to put those hands up or he's really going to get tagged.
Ward does not appear to be fazed by any of these inside leg kicks from Pedro. Oh, and Ward is lighting him up here.
There's the shot.
That's what I was expecting from the glove touch. Pedro backs him into the cage here.
Ward looks like he's attempting a standing guillotine. Looks like Pedro switching to the double leg.
You know, he's built to be an excellent wrestler. You know, I'm wondering what kind of ground and pound abilities he may have here. Ward's fighting him off excellent though. He's got that hook under the shoulder there. And he's not wanting to go down to the ground at all.
Oh no, I mean he's got really good takedown defense. Got a solid base. Might be a little bit of time for Pedro probably to ease off the takedown, kind of reset, try it over again.
Yeah, it actually looks like the cage is working against him here. Ward's using that, balancing himself over. He's got that undercuff there, and he's pushing Pedro into the cage now.
Looks like Ward's got a little bit of blood on his.
You know, Pedro could. The way that the Ward's standing there, Pedro could have slipped in that leg. Ran the pipe on the left side and took him down. Right now he's got his leg up, but he's pushing the wrong way.
Looks like we got a little bit of blood coming from Pedro's bottom lip.
He ate a couple good punches there with his mouth open and his chin up. Ward's got some really nice stiff technique. I'm liking it. He looks very relaxed here. Pedro looks a little more tense. You know, he's probably just making his debut. You know, I'm sure, you know, nobody ever in your debut looks like you do in the gym. You always look better in the gym.
And he looks like he's kind of getting a little bit of help from the Brawl 'em All guys from that work at Delaney Owens' corner. So I'm guessing he's from Highlander MMA in Louisville, and she's out of Highlander MMA in Tampa. So I'm guessing it's kind of the same offshoot affiliate.
That's what you like to see, though, is a group of gyms that just because you're in one area, you know, doesn't mean you're getting less of the benefit as somebody that's in another area.
Yeah.
I like that. I love affiliate gyms like that.
He does kind of need to loosen up a little bit more, kind of go with the flow.
I think so. At this point, if I'm his coach, I'm telling him to avoid the stand-up completely and pressure Ward in the center of the cage and just not let him use the cage to his advantage or get off any of those nice tight strikes he's been throwing.
Yeah, because I mean he's loose, but he's got some pretty good straight jabs. A couple of.
You know, it's really basic textbook technique, but it's working thus far, and I'm liking it. I think maybe the fact that he's a southpaw, you know, and he's throwing these nice tight-knit shots is messing with Pedro here.
He's kind of lighting up that front leg of Mr. Ward there.
Definitely. You know, I would have said that anyway. I mean, look at Pedro's legs; they are huge.
Yeah.
And you know, Ward's coming in kind of heavy on that lead leg, so that could play in later in the fight.
Yeah, because he can kick that leg kick pretty hard and take his front leg out from under.
Inside of the leg, if you haven't seen that yet. If I'm Pedro, I'm thinking stay on the outside. Do not engage with the hands because his technique's just not there yet. Switching stance from Pedro.
Only thing I keep seeing him doing is looking over at the corner and taking his eye off of Ward, so that might play a bad thing with his hands as low as they are.
That is not good, especially the way his hands are
There's
low.
Another shot to that leg.
Oh, he is tearing that leg up.
Ward is not liking the leg kick.
Ward is going to have to. Oh, and they're firing off over here. I am scared.
Fans are kind of telling Pedro to light that leg up because, I mean, he's not really going to have anything behind the punches.
Ward does not want any more leg kicks, and he is trying to put away Pedro right now. I'm not really.
Pedro looks like he's kind of running out of gas a little bit. He needs to go ahead and take a couple more leg kicks because he.
Definitely.
Ward's leg is bright red right now.
It is.
He looks like Tariq Safardine just got a hold of him for a little bit.
Being a light-skinned white male is not helping it out either. That thing is, he has a blood blister coming on right now.
He's got the Nate Marquardt going on right about now.
And like we said, you know, he goes and he sits down in between rounds. That could be a big factor, getting back up.
That knee will just lock up more and more. He needs to keep continuing to attack that front leg.
Yeah, Pedro needs to shoot or something. He does not need to be eating shots or trading hands with Ward at this point. He should know by now that he's getting caught over and over again.
Yeah, he needs to bring those hands back up. Because he can keep attacking that front leg and take all of the power away from his punches, but you can't stand there and punch with him.
Now Ward needs to step in on one of these kicks. Pedro's hands are so far down, especially on the kicks. He needs to step in with a check, light on his front foot, and fire that overhand left right down the pipe.
Oh, yeah, because, I mean, it's there all day.
Not really sure what what kind of fighter Pedro is at this point. You know, I've seen a little bit of wrestling.
I mean, right now at the present moment, it's the end of round 2. Present moment, I mean, I'm looking at Ward's kind of winning at the present moment. He won both first, second round.
Definitely. You know, you got to wonder what the boxing commission is looking at, though. As far as damage done in that round, it's going to be Pedro with the leg kicks. He had Ward hopping around a little weird. I actually, being an MMA coach myself, I would not have sat him down in between rounds here. As red as his leg is, you know, you take the tension off that leg, you set them down, it can be hard for them to get back up. That's why a lot of kickboxers in between rounds will not sit down if they've ate a lot of leg kicks. It is bad. The blood starts flowing there. It's trying to heal your leg. Your body doesn't know that you're about to get up and fight again, so it's going into rest mode right now. And
normally, from what I've seen, kickboxers, if they happen to do sit down, they do keep their legs out straight. They do a little bit.
Keep a little bit of weight on it. Definitely. If I'm Pedro's corner right now, I got to be saying, work the leg kick, come in, shoot, push him up against the cage, try to get this last round. Yeah. Pedro does not need to be trading hands with Ward at this point. Ward, very basic in his attack, but you know he's using his reach really well. He's putting the hands on Pedro, and he's looking very impressive right now.
And there he goes for that shot.
Oh.
And he might have just fell right into a standing guillotine.
No, I don't think. I don't think Ward had that one.
Nah, he had it for a second, but
there was he had that locked.
185 pounds of falling fury.
Pedro is shooting from way too far out. He needs to set that up with give Ward something to look at. You know, give him an overhand right. Give him some kind of punch to look at. Focus on that, and then shoot for the takedown instead of these 10-foot shots. You will gas yourself out like that.
And you might run into something you don't want to.
Definitely. I'm liking Ward's calm, no tension, just very basic boxing and a couple kicks here and there. I'm liking his technique.
He's breathing a little bit harder than Pedro is at the moment, but he's also done a little bit more work too.
Definitely. I think Pedro is just a natural athlete, and his technique's just not there yet. But, a guy like that, built like that, as strong as he is, and still going right now, some time in the gym on his striking and setting up takedowns, and he could be a very good fighter. It's all about potential at this point.
A couple of nice straight jabs right there. Ooh. Ward clocked him with a little bit of a...
Saw that overhand left there. That was nice. Nice little straight cross right down the middle.
Looks like Pedro's kind of went away from the leg kicks right now. I'm hoping he goes back to those.
Yeah. I think he was throwing those from a standard stance. So now he's staying in the southpaw. Oh, I know he's hearing me.
Oh,
big whiff right there. If that would have landed, though, that could have been.
That could have been the end of the night.
See, now I wonder if he's telegraphing this by going back to orthodox stance, that he's about to throw a punch.
Fans keep continuously telling him to do leg kicks.
I mean, that's really like the only thing that's worked for him at this point.
You can hear Ashley Greenway in the background. She knows a thing or two about leg kicks. She took a lot of leg kicks from Tesha Torres, so she knows a lot about leg kicks. That was an epic fight on.
I know. I love hearing her get into a fight, though. It's a pleasure just to hear her scream. That sounded. Anyway, back to the action here in the cage.
Looks like he's bloodied. Pedro looks like he's bloodied up Ward a little bit.
Definitely. This is some awkward striking we're seeing here. Very weird.
Kind of reminiscent of Michael Page and Bellator a few weeks ago.
Ward landing some big shots. Ward's going to put it on in here. Oh, wow. What a finish.
What a finish.
That was a great last 10 seconds.
Wow.
I don't know if Ward heard the blocks get clapped together or what, but he started putting it on Pedro there at the end. Landed some big shots. I thought he was going to put him away for a moment, but
if he would have tried that a little bit earlier, I think he would have taken him out. Looked like he saved a little too much for the last 10 seconds.
You know, I cannot disagree with you there. He should have put that pressure on early when he saw the lack of striking that Pedro had, and really pushed him into the corner and tagged Pedro up real good. You know, something people don't realize is the guy's moving away with his chin up in the air. That overhand's there all day. Charge in on him, you sword and shield, you just come over with that overhand over and over again. You don't have to worry about him catching you because he's moving away, he's off balance, and his chin's straight up in the air.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's
someone ducking their head, you basically just change your combinations from the overhand to the uppercut. Catch him moving down.
What do you think the verdict will end up being?
You know, I could see the second round going to Pedro here, but if Tim does not, if Ward does not win this fight, I don't know what the hell's going on.
I mean, I'm probably going to give it 29-28 across the board. I'd probably say unanimous decision for Ward.
Definitely. It's going to be 29-28 or 30-27.
All right, Swamp Fox. Do me a favor and make noise for both these fighters. Go the distance for you. After 3 hard-fought rounds, Judge 1 scores this fight 30-27, Judge 2 30-27, and Judge 3 30-27 for your winner by unanimous decision, fighting out of the blue corner, Patrick Wong.